Hey, Tamu Lamar Jackson, Jayden Daniels here. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and share this with everyone. You know, my Commanders just beat the Eagles in a regular season game. That won't matter. We're still going to be a first-round exit in this year's playoffs. Anyways, fly, Eagles, fly.
So, the Eagles finally lose a game in the regular season for the first time since September to the Washington Commanders. They lose this game 36-33. And is there really any cause of concern for any Eagles fan going forward after this loss? Absolutely not. I'm going to lose exactly 0 minutes of sleep after this loss. This might be one of the weirdest games all season as well. I mean, it started off really weird if you look back on it. I think the Commanders punted the ball first, then we scored a touchdown. Then they get the ball back, then they fumbled. Then I think we ran it. I think we drove down the field again. And that's where Jalen Hurts gets hurt with a concussion. And Kenny Pickett comes in, throws 3 good passes, gets a touchdown, and the game's 14-0. And the game just started to get weird. Kenny Pickett threw an interception that was kind of bad. There was a lot of punting. But then Saquon Barkley had that really long as hell run. That 70-yard run. That scored a touchdown. So the game was like 21-7. And then it was kind of whatever. It's kind of mediocre. Commanders got a couple long touchdowns, blown coverages. I think this is the first time Mitchell's gotten burnt all year. And it was by Terry McLaurin. Caught that long moon ball. This game was really weird. There was the one play where Darius Slay just was running out the field and nobody was covering Zacchaeus. And he just waltzes into the end zone for a touchdown. Of course, Jalen Hurts didn't play the majority of the game at all. And Gardner Johnson was disqualified after 2 penalties. I don't know. I don't know what that was about. I think the first one was maybe warranted, but the second one was definitely not warranted. And they just disqualified him. So there goes Gardner Johnson. So before you know it, the game starts getting close. And honestly, I really wasn't worried till probably the last 5 minutes. When we got the ball back, it was 27-21. And we couldn't convert, and we had to punt the ball back. That's when the concern started to set in a little bit. It's like, okay, maybe this is something, but it wasn't really that concerning. The Commanders get a touchdown. Then that's when Jalen Hurts throws the second interception. Slay bats it up. Blankenship gets it. And then that drive where Devontae Smith drops that pass that would have sealed the game. Once again, another game this season where a player drops a pass that would have sealed the victory for us. Comes back to bite us. Yeah. We pump the ball back. We turn the ball. Then, with 10 seconds left, I think a minute left, Jayden Daniels drives the distance of the field and throws a dart to end the game. Jayden Daniels is going to be a future all-star, a future superstar. He has top 5 potential written all over him. He right now is literally a T-move version of Lamar Jackson. He is the next Lamar Jackson. He locked up the Rookie of the Year with this game. And, you can make a lot of excuses with injuries. And, that last play, there was a false start that didn't get called. But we lost. I don't think we lose this game with Jalen Hurts playing at all. I think there's some 4th and 1s we definitely go with for the tush push and get it. Extending drives. And I think Saquon gets better carries because Jalen Hurts throws better passes. But even then, it's not like Pickett was trash the whole game. He was throwing pretty good passes. It's just very unfortunate things, very lucky things for the Commanders side. But realistically, this game really changes nothing. The only thing this game really did was maybe get the Eagles out of the first seed now. Maybe the Eagles won't get that first seed now. I mean, there's a really strong possibility that we could look at this game 3-4 weeks from now and it as an irrelevant game that doesn't matter. Like, if the end of the season comes around and the Lions and Vikings lose games and we still get the first seed, then that game doesn't matter. Also, the Commanders seem to split with us every year, no matter how good our teams are. Our teams could be ass. Our Eagles could be good, the Commanders could be trash, or the Commanders could be good and the Eagles could be trash. We still manage to split the series every single year somehow. I don't know how that's like possible. But this game means absolutely nothing in the grand scheme of things. In 4 weeks, you will forget this game. When the Commanders eventually lose in the first round, because that is their destiny, you will forget about this game. It's going to mean nothing. JD5 will be a top 5 quarterback in the NFL, but his time's not yet. Commanders will lose in the first round. It's a really good season from them. But I'm not worried as an Eagles fan. I mean, listen, we have the Giants and the Cowboys coming up. Those are going to be guaranteed victories. This was the only game that was really in question and might have been difficult. I mean, there are no worries. Did I think we would win this game? Absolutely. We had the better team, and I think we would have won if Jalen Hurts was playing the whole time. But, I'm not worried. The Eagles face the Giants next week. Saquon Barkley's going to go crazy again. And our final record for the season will be 14-3. And yeah, that's going to get us in the playoffs. And hopefully we can get a first seed. But yeah, the Super Bowl's still on. It's not like the Super Bowl is canceled because we lost to Commanders in the regular season. The Super Bowl is still on. I still think we are the most complete team in the game, even though we had this game. This was a divisional game. You guys know how divisional games go this season. A lot of divisional games this season across the league are weird games that shouldn't go the way they go, but they go the way they go. Like, you saw the Chiefs versus the Raiders. Vegas had a 12-point spread, yet that was a 2-point game. Stuff like that. So, yeah. Eagles are going to win out. Eagles will go to the Super Bowl. And this was an irrelevant win in the schedule. But good job, Commanders. JD5's a future top 5 quarterback. But this year is not his year.